So hi, I'm on the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And we're here with
Kississippi. I'm Zoe. Nice to meet you.
And we're going to ask her some questions today about about her new album, Mood Ring. I'm going to start. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
I feel great. It's better than I could have expected, honestly. I'm feeling very good about it.
Hell yeah.
So happy to
It's a
hear
very
that.
good album.
Yeah.
It was very good, yeah.
I'm so glad you liked it. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Of course, yeah. Mhm. So is there any meaning behind the album name or cover art?
Yeah, the album name is kind of just based off of the range of moods that go across the album, and also just I wanted it to feel like kind of nostalgic and like kind of bring you back to like when you had your first crush. So yeah, Mood Ring kind of came from that. And the album art, I had just like seen that photo on Pinterest actually while I was like looking for like some art inspiration, and I was like, oh my gosh, like the image just really stuck with me, and I ended up reaching out to the person who took it because I was like, I just really want to use this for album art. Like I can't think of anything that I would rather use. And she was like, oh, I'm a fan of your band. I'd love to sell you this. So
Oh my God.
not really great. It was kind of like really fateful and nice. I've been looking at it for a year, and I was like, how do I do something that like has this same energy? And then I was just like, you know what? I just need to like shoot my shot and ask, and it worked out great.
Hell yeah. Love to see
Awesome.
it. So can you tell us a little bit about your writing process for this album?
Oh yeah. I used to write a lot just like on acoustic guitar, and I feel like this was like my way of like pushing guitar out of the picture a little bit. I wrote a lot of these songs, and they were kind of starting out as these like garage band demos that sounded like video game music, kind of like they sounded much different when they started, and they've all kind of been through so many different like sounds. And yeah, I don't know. That was kind of my start though, was like writing a lot on tour. Like I had a really small like Alesis like MIDI controller that I was taking on tour with me.
Mhm.
And I was touring a lot when I first started writing it. So I was like trying to like take the time in the car to like write new stuff. And yeah, it was all starting on this tiny little MIDI keyboard and sounding like video game songs because I like wasn't able to sing or like play guitar in the car. And I was like, wait a second, this is actually what I've been trying to do.
I think
Yeah.
you got to
So,
drop the stripped back version so that we can just hear the video game beep boops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, honestly, yeah. Let's bring out the beat boops.
Let's
The
do it.
beeps and boops.
We'd love to hear it. Yeah.
We love the beeps and boops. But
Mhm.
yeah, and then, you know, I took a lot of those demos to other songwriters and was lucky to like collaborate with a lot of people on the writing for that. So did some songs with Sarah Tudson from Illuminati Hotties, Marshall Vore, who plays for Phoebe Bridgers, and Derek Ted, who has his own solo project. And I took a lot of the songs to the three of them to kind of like really flesh them out.
Hell yeah.
It's amazing. All right.
Yeah.
So I want you to tell us your favorite lyric off this album and the meaning behind it.
Oh my gosh, one actually popped into my head immediately. I'm like, I can't think of one, but one did pop into my head.
That's good.
I really like the lyric, "If this is the future, let's go back in time," on Moonover.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of like saying like, you know, like we built up like this idea of what the future was supposed to be like, but this isn't like how it's supposed to be. Like, how can we go back and like change the way things are now by changing the past, you know? So
Makes
yeah,
sense.
that's
All right.
kind of where that comes from. But yeah, do y'all have any favorites? Am I being nosy? You don't have to know.
I only listened to the album once, so no.
Yeah.
Totally okay. Hey,
And
no
I've gotten-
pressure.
I've gotten to the point of music where we listen to just so much where I listen to it like once or twice, and then I just go back to it, and I can't really focus on lyrics anymore as much because
me
my brain
too.
just refuses now. It's like, you've listened to too much stuff. You can't do that.
Totally. It's all just mush.
Yeah.
But yours was good. Sorry, I don't want to say that yours was mush. No.
Good mush, I promise.
Sorry.
No, we're doing great.
So where is your headspace at while you're writing this album?
It was all over the place, and that's kind of that's part of the reason why I wanted to call it Mood Ring, is because I was kind of like going through a lot of ups and downs while I was writing it. Like there were definitely songs that I wrote while I was like feeling pure bliss, and also songs that I wrote like in some of the darkest moments of my life. So yeah, I don't know. I would say it was a little bit everywhere. I maybe like wasn't doing my best though in the grand scheme of things.
Okay.
I really thought I was like, I'm gonna write a happy record, and then I was like, wait a second, all of these songs are actually sad as shit. Maybe I was wrong. But
maybe next time.
Yeah. I'm gonna go next time.
For sure.
So this one should be super, super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this record for new listeners in 3 words.
In 3 words?
3 words.
Crying while dancing.
Perfect. I love that so much. That's it.
So in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling you want listeners to have while going through the album?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want it to be like a record that people can like listen to for like some catharsis. Like I want people to be able to find comfort in the record. That's something that I've always wanted with my music, was to like be able to write something that someone could listen to and like, you know, feel safe and comfortable, and like feel like they're talking to a friend. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I wanted to give that to people with the record, and also just like give people a chance to like dance out their feelings. Like, yes, like the lyrics are sad, but you don't have to like wallow in it, you know?
The music itself is happy enough.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For sure.
Perfect. So while listening to the album, what band or artist influence pops out the most to you?
Which ones pop out the most to me? Oh my goodness. So I had a lot of influences on this record that like you might not be able to hear as much, but I think like sonically, like I'm sure it's like you're able to tell I'm like into like, you know, pop girl music like Taylor Swift and Carly Rae Jepsen and Lorde and stuff like that. So I think like sonically, like when it all came together, it did feel like I was like making a record that I would want to listen to in that way. But yeah, I mean, my influences are all over the place. I also listen to like a lot of indie and emo stuff, but yeah, I definitely was going for a pop record. So those are the ones I would say.
I knew you were a Taylor Swift fan coming into this because I saw you tweeting about her today and how you're feeding into the vinyl supply or lack thereof.
Oh my god!
Yeah. It's so funny because like I really have like just kind of gotten into her stuff mostly like over the last few years, like while I was like working on the record. And yeah, I did that like Spotify stats all time thing today, and it was like Taylor Swift is your number 1 artist, and I was like, what? I was just mad at her last week because my vinyl's delayed. Like,
yeah,
it's not her fault, but it is, you know?
Exactly. You have to blame it on somebody.
Yeah, I know. I was like, this can't be my fault, so it's got to be Taylor's.
Exactly. Sorry, Taylor.
Taylor and Record Store Day.
So
my enemies, my frenemies, really. But
Record Store Day gets a lot of my money. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite memory that you made while creating this album?
Oh my goodness, I made so many beautiful memories while making this record. Like, it's almost hard to say, but I had like the best time just like going out to Seattle for the actual like recording process. And like we had a lot of friends and studio musicians that I was like able to meet for the first time come in for those sessions. And it was just like, I was like very amazed by how like little stress I had and how like comfortable I felt with like everyone's music in my hands. And I would say that that was like one of the most special experiences really was just the recording process and the people I got to do it with. So,
I
yeah.
love that.
That's so wholesome. Oh my god. Okay. Dude. So for this question, I want you to picture you're on tour. You're going into a gas station. What is your snack of choice?
Oh my goodness. I always get a Topo Chico, preferably a lime Topo Chico. Sour cream and onion chips.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Taste.
I would say that's usually the go-to, but it's kind of like a stinky van snack. So
I was gonna say,
I was
yeah.
like, do I want to be the person who gets the stinkiest chips in the van? But I mean, the store was actually, we had pretty short drives, so we didn't end up even making that many snack stops. But yeah, we were lucky in that way. But yeah, I would say that's my go-to.
All right.
A seltzer and some chips.
Ooh, seltzer. Love seltzer.
So actually, speaking of tour, you did just mention you just finished up one. What's it like touring in the middle of this shithole? This like,
Jesus.
bluntly.
No, that's real though. I was really, really nervous going into it, but we were able to get like the mask precautions up. Like we were able to make sure that everyone was vaccinated or had 48 hours, or had a COVID test in 48 hours for all of the shows. And everyone was like really, really good about it.
That's good.
And like really respectful of each other's space. And I feel like I like maybe had it a little easier than other people have had it because I like draw a very sensitive crowd of people. So I was like, okay, like maybe this is just based off of the fact that like sweeties listen to my band, you know, like
Yeah.
We really did get very, very lucky with it. Like I thought that it was going to be a lot scarier than it was. And we tried to do like hotels for pretty much every night of the tour so we could like keep contact limited and stuff like that. And that worked out just fine too. So yeah, I don't know. I was very surprised by how safe and comfortable I felt, honestly. And I know that some people aren't going to have the same experience, but I was lucky to have that.
Yeah. Glad you guys got out of there unscathed.
Exactly.
Successful run in the books.
Unscathed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's doing great. We had a really good time.
Hell yeah.
Good. So where do you see the project the next 5 years?
Oh my goodness. I just want to see it grow, you know, maybe a little faster than it's already growing, but in the same way that it's going. I just want to, you know, maybe have some quicker release schedules would be nice.
That'd be good.
maybe have another record out in 2 years rather than 3. I would like to do some bigger tours, do some more festivals. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of try not to like make any like major goals for myself. I just kind of am like, let's just work and see what happens. For the best, you know. Try not to make too many like, you know, big plans for myself so I don't end up being let down.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah, it's real.
So for the last couple of questions, we're actually shift away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Oh my God. That is such a hard question. Okay. I drink more tequila than most people should drink. So I feel like there would definitely be a margarita involved in some capacity. I would say I would probably have some chicken tikka masala and a margarita for some godforsaken reason.
All right.
I need one drink before I go out. Just one shot to take me down, you know?
One final one.
Yeah.
One final shot. But yeah.
All right.
Good. So if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Honestly, okay, I might sound crazy right now, but I would probably go to Riverdale just to like get in on the drama, see what's
That's
going
fair.
on. Maybe hang out with Cheryl Blossom, two redheaded bitches together at once. But yeah.
Be chaotic. Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know what? If I was only going for a week, I feel like I would want a little bit of chaos, right?
Exactly. Gotta have all the drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've asked the last question, and every single person we've spoken to have said that it is the most important question.
Oh yeah. Oh, let's see.
What's your favorite color?
Pink.
You got a specific shade of pink?
Sometimes I like a bubblegummy baby pink.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I pretty much everything I buy ends up being pink. I'm wearing pink eyeliner right now. But I feel like my favorite color kind of changes day by day, but when it comes down to it, pink is always there.
All right.
Solid.
The sidekick.
Yeah.
So as I said, that's all the questions we had today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Just listen to Mood Ring, my new record. It came out 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that's about it.
All right.
Very stoked
Solid.
about it.
So true.
As you should be.
Well, thank you for now. This has been Kississippi, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.